Hello and welcome to Fate Finders, a Dungeons & Dragons podcast navigating listeners into the vague and supernatural. My name is Ashley Elizabeth and I will be your Dungeon Master for Campaign Voyage. This is not Voyage, why do I keep doing that? Almost like I've been doing Voyage for a year. I will be your Dungeon Master for Campaign Island. And with me is the stupendous Sam.
Hello!
The outstanding Austin.
Aloha.
The amazing Amancio.
Bonjour.
The radical Rachel.
Hi!
And last but not least, the cool Kai.
Heyo!
Now let us return to the island. I was having a conversation about French earlier, so when you did bonjour, I just started getting flashbacks to grade 10 French.
A time we all wish we could forget.
I got a pity pass, so I don't... My French teacher, I bless her soul, we love Madame, but she had so much hope, and I smoldered it, I incinerated it, I killed it. Alright, so... To recap from last time, you all fought the Black Shuck and killed my freaking dog. So you easily found the Holy Grail and spent the rest of your day exploring the castle. Annabelle and Oko spent some time in the library looking at texts and sharing fishy crackers. Ari toured around at their own leisure. Styx went to find the fountain that would supply the Holy Grail's purpose. And Fred grew his ego by dressing up as the king he was named. You returned to the cave, presented Morgana with the Holy Grail, and then she incinerated it. She informed you that you could spend the next week preparing to find the next item, the round table, which is in Merlin's tower somewhere on the island. After that, you all got chatting, and that's where we left you off, with Styx wanting to sit down and chat with Morgana. So we'll pick up from there.
Yes, thank you so much for my amethyst throne.
Yeah, of course, if we're gonna connect, I think we all got off to a rough start. I just sort of want to, level out the playing field, get to know one another. I'm sure you'd like me more if you just got to know me.
Yes, absolutely. I think that the problem was the cutting of my bones. And also the spontaneous let's end the world. Like, I don't think anybody was ready for that.
I mean, I sort of thought that, the servant had informed you all, and you were kind of aware of what was going on. That's supposed to be, their job is to, serve us and help us out, and yet there's nothing. So I was sort of yeah, we're all on the same page, and the world, woo, kind of a deal. So I think it was just miscommunication.
Probably very much so. Because yes, there was no servant. There was no, hey, just so you know, the end of the world is nigh. Yeah, none of that. We didn't, we weren't aware. So, yes. So Murder on Tuesday, how about that? I'm so surprised that somebody else knows that's just the day for murder.
It's just the day for murder. That's all it is. It's just, I sent out it was only on Tuesdays. I'd send out my armies and we'd go fight Arthur and Merlin. And
yeah, exactly.
Fight the Knights of Camelot only on Tuesdays.
Precisely.
And they knew which days I was coming, but it's a Tuesday thing.
Yes, because of course on Friday it's like, okay, well the workday is done. We can't just murder on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, of course. Don't bring the weekend into the workplace. And, Monday is too cliche for murder. It's just Monday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, it's too late. It's too late to get started on sieges and such. But yes, speaking perhaps of murder on Tuesdays. So, you knew and were aware of my mother, yes?
Yeah, I can feel, sort of, the energy there.
Yes. How did you bring her back to life? What's that all about?
So I resurrected a giant army of skeletons to fight Arthur. That was, sort of our last showdown sort of a deal. So I resurrected a bunch of dead people. So it's sort of like my magic that's holding your mother together. I'm very surprised that she's still, walking, considering the army was supposed to dissipate after, I disappeared and all that, and after, Arthur died. So, I was pretty shocked to see that my magic was still going.
Right, and she had a child. We don't talk about how. It's good. But yes, that's fantastic. So, do you know how she died?
I do not. I just went to a cemetery and I went, oh, rise, oogie boogie,
Ah, yes. That sounds so just as you would do on a Tuesday. You do the killing and you also deal with the dead. This is a combo package. Yes.
Yeah, a Tuesday morning, I got up, went to a bunch of cemeteries all across England, resurrected, we started marching down to these castle ruins, got ready, It was kind of nightfall that I was like, alright, we're gonna get going, let's go.
Yes, absolutely fantastic. Do you like grape juice?
I like wine.
What about unfermented grapes?
I could certainly try.
Alright. I'm going to give Morgana a grape juice box.
She kind of looks down at this little box and is like...
So what you do is you take the bendy straw and you put it through that little aluminum little hole thing, and you just puff it in and then you drink. Very simple.
I just kind of rip off the clear stuff.
Yes, that's garbage. You can just incinerate that. How do you do that spell?
Oh, it's just like a fire kind of spell. It's got to be sort of different when I'm incinerating the Holy Grail kind of a deal. That was a different spell. But for something like this, she just kind of does a bit of fire magic in her hand and the plastic incinerates. It's just kind of like that,
Right. Is there a undo button?
It's... I hope not. I really hope not. I'm gonna have to look into that actually now that you mention it, because that was the Holy Grail.
Yeah, that was the Holy Grail. It could have been useful. We were thinking, we read books. It could have been useful. Could have brought some people back from the dead.
But I want all these things gone because, Arthur's not just, the king, right? He's the once and future king.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Gotta make sure it's not around.
Right. But perhaps maybe just if you wanted the Holy Grail back, because, I don't know, stone tables, break that, that's fine, we don't need her. But maybe magical cups? Maybe resurrection things?
It's sort of a part of the whole ritual of bringing back the council. You finish my tasks, next one comes up, you do what they need, next one comes up, that sort of a cycle. So, if the Holy Grail were to come back, that's put kind of a damper in our plans.
But you know what? You could make a Holy Grail a demonic grail. What about that? Maybe. But do the same thing as the Holy Grail, but just make it for yourself to represent yourself. So it's like same thing, but just like new brand. What do you think? You have your own goblet.
Oh,
Isn't that fun?
I'll think about it, alright? It was sort of like my entire life's purpose up until this point. I kind of just packed up and, went to this, I don't know, it was like a whole ritual thing that we all did, and kind of like disappeared, and now I'm awake sort of a deal. So this is what I put my entire life into. So I kind of got to think about it.
Yeah, no, I totally respect that decision and your thought processing. It would be very cool. And your life's purpose would still be done. You would just get an extra cool, like, wine glass or other, like, just a nice cup. Put your little grape juice in there.
Yeah, and she kind of stabs the juice box and sips. Oh my gosh. This is like an experience.
It really is. It's quite nice. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. It's grape juice boxes.
Oh my gosh. This is fabulous. This is amazing. How do I get more of these?
See, if you promise to never stab my hand again, we can be on better terms. I'll bring you another one.
Absolutely. Never gonna do it.
Okay, great, because I don't want to bleed from my bones. That was kind of awful. Yeah.
Yeah, I just, I gotta try and assert dominance, intimidate y'all, because I again, was not expecting you guys to be like, no, we don't want the end of the world to happen. Miscommunication, like we were saying.
Right, so we can move past this. We can get better. Yes. So, are you going to be around for, like, the rest of the time, or do you kind of, like, poof away when we're done your jobs?
I kind of have, like, my own chamber sort of thing. I was going to show it to you guys, like, once we get to awakening the next council member. But I got, like, my own chamber and stuff. And I've been, like, decorating it and getting ready. So, I'm going to save that. I want to keep that one a surprise till later.
Can't I not have a sneak peek?
Oh, I'm not sure. Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Are we liking this so far? I think this is fun. That is a 15.
How about just like really quick, okay?
Yes.
I'm pretty proud of how I've been putting it together and everything. Okay. And she kind of gets up and starts ushering you towards this other chamber that you haven't been into. As you enter, it's a circular room, and you see that there are dead across from where you entered, there is the outline of an archway door, but it's currently covered by the wall. There's sort of the frame around it, and you see 4 other of these doors, 2 on either side of the room, all sort of evenly spaced out. And you see that one of them is open. The rest are sealed off, as if someone just stuck a frame on the wall.
Are they colored?
So we're gonna kind of leave. They are all these red frames.
Okay. All of them are red.
All of them are red. Some have various styles. You can kind of see that Morgana's is a bit more of a medieval doorway kind of a thing. It's kind of sculpted and angular and all that. All the others kind of have various styles.
Okay.
So she kind of leads you over to her room, and you see that it's very, like, regal and royal, and there's, like, it's very similar to the castle you were in kind of style and medieval fantasy. So she's got this large 4-poster bed with, like, drapery on it, and there's a lot of Celtic symbols and a lot of Druidic symbols, just all kind of throughout the room.
Oh, this is very lovely. Do I recognize the room at all?
Roll a history check.
Very well. That is a 3.
I don't know, man. I've never seen anything before. Not recalling.
I've never seen anything in the entire world. I've been blind until, like, right now.
Yeah, absolutely, like a newborn deer.
Right. Oh, this is a lovely room. I could get very inspired in here.
Yeah, I've been trying to kind of like recreate like, what I wanted like my room to look like when I was supposed to dethrone Arthur and take over Camelot, but unfortunately that didn't like happen, So I was just trying to like envision like what I wanted back then, sort of a deal.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, this is lovely. All right. I think that
Well, thank you.
That I probably should go home now and do, what we usually do. But this was lovely. Please don't get rid of my amethyst throne. That is just I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'll just move it somewhere so it's not like in the middle of the room, but I'll definitely keep it.
Yes, all right. Yes. We'll do another little hangout. We'll figure out where we should go from here, We can be like friends or something of that nature.
I would love to be friends with you. Like, listen, you're my champion. I just want to have, like, a nice connection with you. Because we're supposed to be working together. We're supposed to be on the same team. I'm supposed to be kind of like your mentor in all this. And I just want to be there for you.
Oh, that's so sweet. A mentor? What would you be mentoring me on? Just killing people?
The destruction of the world.
Yes, so, like, kind of killing people.
Yeah, there's gonna be a mix in there. I mean, like, the main goal is not killing people, but there are gonna definitely be casualties.
Right, yes. But not my mother, nor my father. Yes. We established that.
I mean, we can keep your mother around. Not a problem. I mean, like, I'm surprised she's still here.
Please don't, like, be mean to her. She's gone through enough in her life.
You know what? I will listen, we talked about it. I'm not gonna go after your mother or anything like that. We seem to be getting on the same page here.
Yes, that's good. All right. Yes. I'll be back for my throne and I'll bring more grape juice.
Sounds fantastic. And you make your way out. Were you guys waiting for Styx or did you already leave?
I would have been waiting outside for Styx.
DM, can I remember where she led me into her personal chamber? Will I remember?
Yeah, you know where... You can... Yeah, that's not a problem.
Amazing. Thank you.
Was anyone else waiting for Styx?
If Ari was waiting around, I probably would have been waiting with them, yeah.
I'll wait around
same
too.
here.
Alright, so you guys were kind of waiting outside the cave and you see Styx come back up.
Yeah, she's coming out real smug. She has like a little smirk on her face as she's walking out.
Oh, it's about time. Thought you had died in there.
Oh,
How'd it go?
Ah, very well. Let's start walking home.
Okay.
She's like, she's got a smile. She's like Smirky Smirkerson from Smirkville.
Did everything go okay?
Oh, it went great. Very well.
See, she's not that bad.
Oh, yes, absolutely not that bad at all. Not bad at all.
Can I check that?
Yeah, you can insight check it.
Can I do it as well, please?
That didn't
Sure.
seem, I don't know what kind of vibe I was getting from that, but it was something.
I
It
do.
was
I
Natural
absolutely have a vibe.
2023.
You got a nat 20?
Yeah, I got a nat 20, so I have 23.
Okay, what did you get, Oko?
I can't get anything right now because apparently I was signed out of my D&D Beyond, so don't worry about it.
No, we gotta do your roll. We gotta do it.
Do you not have real
I
dice?
can pull it up.
I do, but they're... Hold on.
Get your dice. I'll send you more for your birthday. And you know I will.
It's so sad. The only shop in our town that sells dice has, like, stopped kind of selling dice. It hurts.
That is a travesty, for sure.
I got a natural 20.
What? No
You
way!
both got nat 20s? What?
I do not remember my modifier, but I got a natural 20.
I can pull up
Well,
your
snap.
modifier real quick. Nat 20s. I think I'm gonna let Styx explain what they see. I mean, you're a DM, Sam. I trust you to, give on this nat 20 experience.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry, what were you trying to insight?
Just
If-
the whole smile, the attitude.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
if she was actually being sincere,
Oh,
or
yeah.
if it seemed like she was up to something.
Right,
Like she
she's-
was hiding something.
She's 100% up to something. You can tell that the wheels are turning. She is thinking. She is cognating. There is some scheming going on in that skull. And she's definitely not being genuine about, like, oh, yes, no, it went lovely. Well, it went lovely, but she's not being, like, friendly. Like, it's not a friendship thing. It's definitely, like, she's scheming. The smirk.
Okay.
Just to let you know, your insight is +5. So that was a 25. So that's your answer there.
That seems like a very
Um,
familiar smile.
I don't entirely know what you're talking about. And she still, like, got the really big smirk.
Is there anything we should be worried about, Styx?
Worried? Oh, quite the contraire, Sir King Frederick.
Well, if you insist.
She just finally sees that Morgana isn't that bad. Which I've been trying to tell all of you for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
How far away are we from the cave
so
now?
you got... Oh, you guys are away? You've been walking?
Alright. Yes, well, Eri, would you like to come with me to the beach tonight?
Normally I would say yes to that, but I think tonight, maybe later. I wanna look into something first, and then I might join you, like, early morning.
Alright, sounds good. If anybody wishes to join me at the beach, perhaps, that would be lovely. I can regale you with some epic poetry of the epic and informative variety. I've been inspired.
Informative?
I've been inspired, Fred.
Wow, that
Well,
sounds...
Guess I don't have anything better to do tonight.
Like, at what time?
I don't know. What time is it right now?
It is getting quite dark. You guys, the sun's ready to set. You guys are going to be in darkness soon.
Oh, well, how about, I don't know, like midnight?
Yeah, well, that sounds riveting. And, gosh darn, I hate to miss it. But I have a curfew. So, I'll need to be home by then. But thanks for the invite.
Very well.
Yeah, I'll unfortunately have to pass as well. I have to get home and take care of some things.
Very well. It's your missing out.
All right, so you guys walk back to the town. You guys are going back home. It's Sunday night. So Annabelle, you head back home. You kind of sneak in the door. You get your dinner. You head upstairs. All that sort of a deal. Pretty quiet night in your household, despite your mother existing. They're
It's a miracle, everybody.
DM, I would just point out that considering the fact that it is dark, Ari would walk everyone to their house within reason.
Oh, okay, cute. All right, I'm down. You walk everyone home. I love that. Okay, so you walk Annabelle home. How close are you letting Ari to be letting you drop?
Oh,
her off?
I wouldn't get super close to the house. I'd just kind of like, within eyesight, just to make sure that
like a block. If I get kidnapped somewhere between there, it's not your fault.
yeah.
You also, walk Styx home. Styx, you get in. You can see Edmina very like, oh, gotta go. Great spending the day with you again, Catherine. Take care. She's very much like, oh, all right, good to see you, Styx, and out the door.
Have a good night.
You kind of have your parent. Yep. Kind of heads out. And you're there with your parents and spending the evening with them. Fred and Oko, as you get to the Van Duren household, you actually see, it's now night now, but you see Ramona and Samuel outside, just chatting.
I'll kind of like speed up and I'll like turn around and be like, thanks for walking with us. It's really nice of you.
Yeah. Have a good one.
See you at school tomorrow, Ari.
Yeah, if I decide to go.
You
but
don't have school tomorrow.
Well, see you at school on Wednesday, Ari.
again, if I decide to go.
Fair enough.
Have a good night, guys.
You as well.
Friedrich, Oko, Samuel is here. He is, I'm sure, hello, hey, Oko.
How is are you okay, Samuel? How's Willow?
She's doing a lot better. She's gonna get released pretty soon. Just gonna stay home and, I'll check up on her if no one else does. She can always call me. She's gonna probably go home tomorrow.
Did you want to stay with her? Or did you want to invite her over?
No. She's very stubborn. She's going home, and she told me I couldn't stay, so...
No.
It's how she is, so
You can't argue.
just coming to pick you up. No, not with her. Never have been able to.
Okay. Well, it's good to see you.
Well, it's good to see you too. Why don't you go run up and grab your stuff, and we'll, get out. We'll get out of the Van Doren's hair.
Oko.
It is. You are.
Oko will sprint into the household.
Really, Samuel, it's been no bother at all. We've loved having Oko here.
Oko is always welcome in our home. Always. Well, I appreciate that. And Oko, you come back down the stairs with all your stuff, and you and Samuel walk back to the funeral home and get settled for the evening.
Before leaving, I'll turn around and say, like, thank you very much, Ramona and Fred. It's been a pleasure, and I appreciate your hospitality.
Anytime.
Come back
Oko.
whenever you'd like. You're always welcome. I say it, but I mean it. You're always welcome here.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Alright, good night. And you and Fred, you get in. Sorry, Ramona and Fred, you get inside the house, and she closes the door. And all right, Friedrich. Where were you?
We were doing a school project for school things. And yes, there's a play at the school, and we were in rehearsal.
You're trying out for the play.
Yes.
All right. I mean, if you're not, doing your sports, I can see that you want to pick up another hobby. I understand. All right. I just wish you would just communicate that with me, please.
I know, Mother. It's just I've been out and I've been so busy with everything with Edmina. We haven't had the time to sit down and have a nice chat, mother to son.
All right. Well, how about we have a nice dinner sometime this week, and we can catch up.
Absolutely. That sounds wonderful.
All right. Well, I do have some work to do, unfortunately. So I will unfortunately have to say goodbye for the evening. And she gives you a kiss on your forehead and ruffles your hair a little bit.
Good night, Mama.
Good night, Friedrich. And she zooms off in her little vampire form. Ari, you head back home.
Yep.
Are you going back home?
Yeah, I'm going back home.
You which entrance are you using? The window or the door?
The front door.
All right.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be sneaky or anything. I'm just gonna walk through the front door.
You walk through the front door and you see your mom is watching TV as she normally does. Just sitting there. She kind of turns and looks at you and just looks back at the TV, paying you not much of anything.
Okay. I'm gonna start going upstairs and then kind of stop at the first stair and turn around and just be like, Mom?
Yes?
I saw Dad.
What?
Well, I mean, it was a dream, I think. But I saw Dad.
Okay. You saw Dad in your dream.
Yeah. He told me don't fall. Do you know what that means?
Ari, your father left, alright? I know you probably miss him. He's your dad, but he left us, right? I don't know if I want to talk about this or not.
Mom, you never want to talk about it. Why?
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Yeah. Persuasion. Oh gosh. That is 14.
Your father left. I think that's enough explanation as to why I don't want to talk about it. As to why your father said don't fall, I don't know, Ari. He was a religious man, alright? I mean, I don't know. I don't know why he would say that. I don't know why he'd tell that to you. He was a very religious man, very in tune with his God, alright?
Could you at least tell me what God it is?
I don't want to talk anymore, Ari. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay, Mom, whatever. It's good enough, I guess. And I'm just gonna turn around and go upstairs to my room. Put away my things.
You head up to your room.
And kind of, like, shuffle around, make it sound like I'm getting ready for bed. And then I'm gonna sneak out the window.
Alright, where are you going?
Going to the beach to meet Sticks.
Alright, the beach each. Alright, let's go get away. You head to the beach, and Sticks, are you there?
Oh, absolutely.
Alright.
Always.
Ari, you find Sticks on the beach at your regular meetup.
You can see Sticks, like, furiously writing down a whole bunch of stuff in her notebook.
Okay. I'm just going to silently come and just sit next to them, not say anything. Let them finish writing.
Ari!
Hi, Sticks.
I've done something devious. I think you'll be proud.
Oh?
Yes.
And, what's that?
Well, I got Morgana to show me her bedroom.
Okay.
I know where she sleeps now. And you know what else I found? The 4 other doors for your guys's, I don't know, mentors is what she used, the word. So.
Wait, what?
Yes! Okay, listen to me. Okay, this is why I was smirking. Because I have found where we have all of our, controlling people things. And
So-
I was trying to persuade her to make the Holy Grail come back to life. She's gonna research it, so we'll see.
So wait, you're saying that in her bedroom there are more doors that lead to everyone else's mentors?
Well, it's kind of a hallway that has her room and then everybody else's. So it's like a hallway, and there's doors. And then hers was just, she showed it. It's actually quite a nice room. She made me a amethyst throne. I am never going to say no to an amethyst throne.
That's fair.
So that was nice. But yes, I know where she sleeps. I know where the other mentors are, and I'm very excited because, Ari, are you very proud of me?
Yeah.
Good.
Very, very proud, Sticks.
Thank you.
Good job.
I did good.
You did. You did good.
And she might make the Holy Grail come back.
Well, why would you want the Holy Grail to come back?
I think it could be very useful for us. Because if maybe one of us gets really hurt, because what I'm thinking, and maybe this is just so out of nowhere, but what I'm thinking is that, you know how we're connected to our, like, mentor people? So maybe if one of us was to die to make the mentor die, then we could bring that someone back with perhaps the Holy Grail. Because that's what it does, right?
Well, supposedly. I don't know if I would trust someone's life on legend, though.
I guess, but we did see all that magic happen when we were, you know, out, and Fred did a really good job there, so I think maybe that was okay. And I just feel like if maybe we stop the end of the world before it gets too far, then we don't have to worry about it. And, you know, maybe one of us just has to take a brush with death.
Well,
Ashley.
I just want to make sure they're done before.
Well, I was just saying, Fred had said that he had nothing better to do that night and that he was going to come to the beach to... But he had also not passed any sort of insight check to see what Styx's motivations were. So, at this...
Are you coming to the beach?
I think Fred sprints out of the woods and he sees Styx and Ari and says, wait, did I miss the poetry? Have you already started?
Yes, I started, but I'll start again if you want.
Of course. I mean, I always... You know me, Styx. I love to hear your poems.
You're too
You said it was informative, which... Are you doing like an educational thing now? Because I know it was all about the drama and the inner pain, the turmoil, right? The teenage angst. That was your whole thing before.
Yes, and it can absolutely be both, because guess what?
What?
All right, sit down. I'm going to read you my poem. I was fiercely working on it before Ari got here, so I feel like it's ready. Are you ready?
Yes, and I sort of wipe the sand off a piece of driftwood and plop myself down.
Ah, amazing. All right. A brush with death. The 4 doors of the unknown entice and daunt those who might travel through them. There is not but one hope left. A golden chalice that might be resurrected. And the apocalypse, though nigh and coming, can end abrupt. What do you think?
It's good?
Thank you, I had an idea.
Is it about the Holy Grail? That's the only chalice I know about.
Yes. So, I went into Morgana's bedchamber.
What we can say is that you repeat the exact same.
Yes,
Sounds good.
I do. That was
So
the
you're
beginning
telling
of
me,
it.
you're telling me that all of our mentors live in like a dorm, like they're roommates?
Absolutely, yes. And they were roommates.
That's so like they're there. They're all in that one cave.
Yes.
Apparently.
I am confident that that is the truth.
And-
No, I believe you.
So we just can't get to them until we jump through all of Morgana's hoops.
Yes, but you see, the loophole is if I can get her to take the goblet back, perhaps we can maybe have me die for like 2 seconds. Like 2 seconds. I trust you guys. 2 seconds. So she dies because we're linked, right? So if that happens, then
Styx?
I can come back. No, it's okay. I can take one for the team. I'm okay. You know what? It'll be great for my poetry.
I really don't like this idea.
But I think it's the only way to stop the apocalypse before it starts.
I think that we might have other options the more we learn.
Probably,
And
but
again, I don't want to trust anybody's life with a legend.
I'm with Ari on this one, Styx. Besides, that presumes that the link is severed on death, which we don't even know if that's true. Who knows? If we have you drink from the Holy Grail, which Morgana brings back for whatever reason, that could bring Morgana back as well. And then we're back at square one, actually square zero, because Morgana then knows that we want to kill her, which is like the opposite of what we want to be convincing her of.
yes.
Exactly.
Well, I just don't want it to go any further than it needs to, and I tried something. I'm
I agree,
just
Styx.
worried.
I agree. I get it. I don't think anybody needs to die.
We're all worried, and I mean, hey, like, having the Holy Grail could be really useful. If one of us does happen to die out in the woods somewhere, having that in our back pocket would definitely go a long way. but I don't know about sacrificing ourselves to get to the mentors.
I suppose, but at least it was an idea. And it really would be so good for my poetry. My gosh, my creative brain would just be flooded.
It would be quite poetic, rather Shakespearean, even.
Yes. But anyways, alright, we can figure something else out.
All right, you guys kind of wrap up your evening on the beach unless there's anything else to be said.
I don't think so.
Alrighty, so Monday comes. It is now the week. Everyone's back at it. Styx, your dad in the morning, asks if you'd like to join him today.
Oh, is it already Monday? Right.
Yeah, you could come on the ferry with me, and we could do Sudoku together.
Okay. Yes, alright, Father. That sounds lovely.
Wonderful. We leave in 20 minutes. Get ready.
I will. Don't forget your Sudoku.
So I'm guessing you spend your Monday on the ferry.
I do.
All right, Annabelle, you have ballet on Monday in the evening. You have that. You can tell your teacher's very much keeping an eye on you. It's Nutcracker season again. You do it every freaking year. But people still go to it because there's Christmas and it's like a tradition. So your teacher's keeping an eye on you. She's sort of looking at what you've been doing. You were Clara last year.
Of course.
So, yes, of course. So she's kind of keeping an eye on you and looking at you once again. As for Ari, you normally go to the church at least once a week.
Yeah.
What day do you think you'd want to do it?
I'd probably do it Tuesday. Probably spend Monday sleeping for the most part. Maybe exploring a little bit.
Alright, you kind of just taking a leisure Monday. Alright. Oko, are you helping out Samuel today on Monday?
Anything he would need, I'd be there for him.
Alright, you guys are just tending to the graveyard. Tuesday rolls around. Annabelle, I need you to roll me an intelligence check as you go back in for your biology test.
Wonderful. No pressure. I really hope this turns out well. Nope, that's a 4.
Oh. Ari, I certainly understand that Thursday night was quite frightening, and you know what? We'll just find other ways to make up this mark. How about that?
Okay, thank you. I don't know. I just this is so unlike me. I promise that I'll get it together for the next test.
Ari, I'm not Ari. Annabelle, I certainly listen. I understand. I mean, I don't blame you. Thursday was not as planned, so I certainly understand. And I know you're a hard worker. I've seen your grades from the years past. You've pretty much aced every test I've given you prior to this, so we're just gonna find other ways to make it up, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Alright, church time. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. You head over. It's sort of just off the path to go towards the funeral home. Closer to the town than the funeral home.
Yeah. Yeah, so, stroll in casually whenever I feel like it. And I guess just kind of report in to whoever is still wandering around.
All right, you see one of the priests there, Priest Deemer. He's this elven man who's, has dedicated his entire life to the church. He was here. There are just stories of him being here throughout high school, immediately after his apprenticeship, started working here, and became a priest. So he spent his entire life here, and he's about he's not one of the oldest people. A lot of elves are sort of have gone in and out due to the fact that they do live a while, but there aren't a lot of people that have been here since the beginning of Thetis. And he was kind of one of the first generation people here on the island.
Okay. Just kind of, give him a salute and be like, do you think I could look over a few of the books that we've got lying around?
Yes, I can certainly take you into the archives, Ariana. I can certainly. What would you like to read?
Yeah, I would actually very much like to see if we have anything that's worth reading.
There is quite an array of beautiful religious texts that we hold in the archive below the church. I, of course, will have to open the door and be with you, just for the preservation's sake of our many artifacts, but is there something in specific there? I mean, there's a lot down there.
I was wondering if maybe there was something to do with either the Holy Grail or King Arthur, or even like somewhere in that kind of realm of text per se. Just been hearing a lot of things about the Holy Grail at school, and thought I'd get a head start on, studying.
Yes. Now, King Arthur is, of course, just a legend, as you would know. But the Holy Grail is linked to Christianity, which I'm not comfortable speaking on a public podcast on, as there are many different religious views, and I'm not going to delve into it, as it is sort of like, I suffered through Catholic school, and I'm not ready to face that Christian faith again, though I am religious.
Same. No, I get it. It's for me to read, right? You don't want to spoil anything.
I can certainly show you the texts.
That would be very helpful if you could.
Of course. Your father spent quite a bit of time in the archive himself.
He did?
Oh, yes, he spent many days here. Always coming, always here to pray, sort of a deal.
Oh, what was he reading?
Oh, he read a lot on the Triad.
The Triad?
Yes, the Triad.
Could I also see those books?
Oh, of course. I will pull them up for you. I'll get you the Christian Bible. There are many different versions. All are incredibly valid. We're not going to get into any sort of religious fairs on here, but I can also get you the stuff on the Triad.
That would be wonderful. And of course, if you need anything from me, just let me know.
It would be very appreciated if you wouldn't mind just cleaning up the the sort of vigil area, that'd be very great. We had someone crying and sneezing in here a little bit, and I'd like to disinfect it thoroughly.
You got it. I'll take care of that.
Thank you. All right, I'll go grab those for you.
That would be great. Thanks.
And he comes back up with a Christian Bible. We're not going to disclose which one.
Yep. That's a
Very
whole
clearly
thing.
Not that everyone's religious opinions are incredibly valid. We are not going to talk on one or the other on this podcast.
Yep.
Even though last Saturday I did ask, can priests bathe in holy water? But that's fine.
Oh yeah,
That was a serious question.
yeah, because they can bless the water as it's coming out of the shower, so it's all holy
Listen,
water.
Yeah. I'm just curious, alright? If anyone's got the answer, just let me know, okay? I'm being serious about it. I'm curious. So hit me up, Twitter.
Any water that touches them is holy.
Well, no, they have to bless it. It's a whole thing. But anyways, he also brings you up a book on the triad, which when you read a little bit into it, it is in a sort of a language that you can read, but you've never read it before. So, you can read this, you understand that, but you've never. This is a different language, and it's going to take you a little bit of time to sort of read through it, but you understand that triad is made up of 5 gods that have done various different things. And I'll just let you sit with that.
Okay.
You also clean up the little vigil area.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, I moved away. Where is my... who is next? Ah, yes, Fred. It is Tuesday.
Tuesday. I do believe that I would probably have something to do with Edmina on a Tuesday.
Alright, you head over to Edmina's office. She sort of... She sees you come in, and she raises her eyebrow. And sort of stands up and crosses her arms. This Yankee woman is, she doesn't look extremely happy.
When does she ever?
But just, more displeased at this point. And she looks at you. Alright. Spill.
Where do I start? So... we got to the dock. There was someone there. He's not there anymore, but I do have a castle. And things are okay now. Unrelated, have you seen a tall tower anywhere? Just anywhere on the island?
Alright, so there was a man and he's gone, and now you have a castle. It's not the same castle with the black shuck, is it?
You know, wouldn't you know, it sure is. Hard to believe, huh?
Yeah, you didn't go in, did you?
Would you feel better if I said no?
I'm surprised you're alive.
You and me both, but you know, you live, you learn, you improvise, you adapt, you overcome. Here we are.
Alright, and you have a castle now, apparently.
Yes.
Okay. Tower. What is this for? There's plenty of towers on the island.
Well, I don't know what it would look like. I guess it would be something that looks pretty old, but everything on this island looks really old. It's for another school thing. You know, those school things that we've been doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And does it still have to do with... Can't you just tell me? Can you please just tell me?
I've already said too much, Edmina, and last time I came really close to spilling some information that could have gotten people killed, or worse, or I'm sure it looks like I'm in over my head, but it looks like we're all in over our heads. But we have a plan. We know what we're doing, and if you are just at all willing to have faith in us and support us and believe that we are making decisions as best we can to harm people as little as is possible, I would really appreciate that.
All right. I am going to need a bit more information on the tower. You said old. What's this school project related to?
You know, I'm not one to pay attention in class, but I'm pretty sure it was about King Arthur and Merlin in particular. I think the tower might belong to Merlin.
Merlin's Tower. That's a new one. Okay. Okay. 3 towers come to mind. I mean, a lot of them are in ruin, but are you looking for an intact tower or a destroyed tower?
I really couldn't tell you. Presumably it's intact. We need to get to what I believe is the top floor of this tower. I think there's something inside it that we need for a school project.
Okay, you and your school projects. All right, intact tower. Okay, 3 come to mind. All right, so there is a sandstone tower that kind of grows up in a spiral from the ground to the top. All right, it's located on the northwest side of the island, close to the water shore.
Mm-hmm.
There is a tower that is square in shape and looks like 2 towers stacked on top of one another. It's made of selenite and stone. It's located on the southeast side of the island, not too far from the border.
Okay.
And there's also a tall cobblestone tower with a smaller tower that grows off the side of it and has a pointed spiral rooftop. The tower is the oldest one that we have recorded on the island. That's just what I have left behind. I passed by it once. It's pretty old. All the other Inquisitors have looked at it.
Okay. And
it's located on the central northwest side of the island.
As Anmina has been saying this, can I have like a map in front of me and I'm like circling the areas that she's talking about?
Yeah, you can certainly do that. And she's kind of correcting you as you go.
Perfect. Okay, so 3 intact towers. I don't know how much you know about King Arthur and the people he hung out with, like the knights of the some table or something or other. But do you know what kind of tower they'd hang out at, maybe? Like, what's their vibe? What's their aesthetic? What would they like?
I don't know. I wasn't friends with Arthur. I don't know, kid. I don't know too much about all this sort of King Arthur business. It's never... I mean, you look a little bit into it when you find these monsters, but again, it just seems like stories made to fit the reality, right?
Right.
So,
nothing like that could have ever happened. Of course not.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think we can look into it. We can go to the library. I don't know, look at ancient medieval architecture.
That would be really helpful, actually. But regardless, Anmina, this narrows things down a whole lot. Thank you for helping and for taking me at my word.
Anything for your school project?
Right, of course. And speaking of doing things for projects, was there anything that you needed me to do today, like apprenticeship wise?
I'm a lot more invested in what you're doing at the moment. It's dangerous. I know you're not giving me the whole story, but I'm here to be on it. I know you said to not let me go around snooping, but I will. I mean, I am the Inquisitor of the island. I'm going to observe whatever you're up to. I'm not going to meddle, but I'm going to keep an eye on you. I'm going to figure out what the hell's going on and try and stop whatever's happening.
And I would expect nothing less, but please, Edmina, for your own sake, you might not want to get too close to this.
Well, I didn't become the Island Inquisitor for a safe life, so...
I guess not. I guess that's not why I'm here either, huh?
Who knows? Maybe we'll figure out what happened last summer, eh?
Maybe. I'd like to think that everything is connected, but with this island, you never know.
Yeah, but you don't normally get some random kid's son just walking straight into trouble, you know?
Well, at least now I have you to guide me through that trouble and make sure that I keep this wonderful horned head on these lanky shoulders.
Yeah, maybe we'll figure out what that's about as well, so...
Great. You know me. I'm always looking for answers.
You are. And it annoyed me a lot at first, but maybe it's a bit better at the moment now that we have something to do.
Maybe.
All right, so you give me...
Maybe it's the mark of a great budding inquisitor? Huh? Huh?
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh, all right.
All right. If you can give me stuff to do, I'll do it. And I'm also going to be doing my own work, so I got stuff to work on. If you can give me information, like just more than what you're giving me, I can do a lot more for you. I've explored this island top to bottom.
And I know that. It's just that I'm worried if I give you too much, someone will get hurt.
All right, well... Start looking into that medieval architecture, alright?
Will do.
Catch you later. Alrighty. So, we are now heading towards the, I moved my page, I'm back. We are now heading towards the library, where Oko is looking for some text on Greek. Are you asking anyone at the library for assistance?
Yes, I would be, because I wouldn't know the first place to start.
Alright, so you're gonna roll an investigation check with advantage.
Ooh, that's gonna be a 19.
A 19. So with the help of this little assistant there, it's someone who graduated in the past year, helping you out. They're finishing up their apprenticeship sort of a deal in order to join the library themselves. They kind of guide you through the library and bring you to an entire Greek section. You see tragedies, you see the history of the Greek language, and they sort of leave you there. And as you're kind of perusing in this area, you pull open what kind of explains an extremely old Greek text. One that is famously translated. You find the translation of Linear B, which does begin to explain all of it. It looks like you can decode your book now.
Yes. As soon as I see this, I'll scan it, like go through the book and just do like a general scan of the book, and then take it, bring it to the assistant and ask if I can take the book out.
Yeah, sure, you can, definitely take it out. Just make sure, you we'll mark it down that you have it, and you got about a week with it. You want to renew it, just make sure you bring it back, and we can renew it, sort of a deal. Not a lot of people take that one out.
Well, thank you very much. This is exactly what I've been looking for. Just thank you.
Yeah, of course. Just yeah, take care.
Have a good day.
Yeah, me too.
I'll give like a little wave.
They'll give you like a little wave, and then just kind of get back to doing what they were doing.
And I'll take the book and put it in my bag, gather up all my stuff, and I'll go to Samuel. I'll go back home. I'll ask if he needs any help with anything, if he requires my assistance taking care of the house or the graves.
No, it's fine. Everything's okay today.
Thank you very much. Are you sure? Are you sure there's nothing I can do for you?
Oh, go, just enjoy yourself today, alright? Take a break.
Thank you, Samuel. You know, you can always talk to me about anything.
You as well.
Oh no. I'll give him like a little quick hug. And then I'll go and I'll run down to the beach to Styx's Point.
Alright, you head down to the beach. Let's go get. I'm sorry. I was listening to Starship yesterday, so I was just
to the beach. Let's go get a wave. Say what you want to say. I can do it in an epic poenza.
Did you know it's not let's get away? It's not let's get away. It's let's go catch a wave.
Ooh.
I see.
I dislike that more.
I know. I was like, what?
It's the Mandela effect, I swear.
Yeah, it is.
It's not allowed. Let's go get a wave just sounds better, not let's go get a wave.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right at all.
Like, no. Going to the beach. You know what? We'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
So anyways...
you go to the beach.
I'll go to the beach to Styx's Point, as I call it. And, I'll
That's what it
pull
should
out...
be called on the map.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm calling it. And I'll pull out the Greek book, and I'll pull out my little book, and I will pull out a little journal and start translating.
Alright, and you start translating. Alrighty, we're gonna try and get through this just really quickly. So, you
don't have to give me the whole translation right now or anything. It's all good.
No, it's all chill. I got you. Alright, Styx. Tuesday, tomorrow, you got auditions for Camelot, which is the play for this year, musical.
That is so fantastic.
Are you just sort of rehearsing today?
I would love to. I would like to go and audition for Guinevere, and I would like to also audition for Morgana now, because let's try. I'll come in with my, you know what, I've done my research, and she only murdered on Tuesdays. So I feel like I know her better than you do, and I should play her.
Okay, we'll save that for Wednesday. We're gonna quickly go through. Annabelle, you have your ballet. It seems your teacher's a little mad because the auditions are holding it up a bit, but eventually you're able to use the theater space for the stage, and you kind of hear rumors from the other girls that you are being looked at for the Sugar Plum Fairy. So take that as you will. Ari, anything that you're doing? Are you coming to school today?
Yeah, probably later in the afternoon though. I probably wouldn't go for like first period.
All right, well, you show up partway through.
Yep.
Which is something. And you just kind of hang out there, and you see all of your friends there doing their work. Fred, you're at school. Are you doing anything else on Wednesday?
Probably studying. I got to keep these marks up. I passed that bio test, and now I've got standards to live up to.
All right, intelligence check.
Oh boy. Just flat intelligence?
Yeah.
That's an 18.
Ooh.
All right, you're keeping up. You got this like newfound energy and like boost of confidence because of how well you did. So you're keeping up your marks. You're keeping it up. It's been a while since you've done this. Oko, school time. Anything else?
Yeah, school, just gonna be studying, but I'm probably gonna be a little bit distracted focusing on, translating and my book and the Greek book.
Cool. Sticks. The audition.
Yes.
So, can you give us a little bit of an audition? What are you doing?
I go up there and I do a very bad Guinevere. I go, "Oh, Arthur, how far art thou? I wish thee would love me, but I love Lancelot, so I'm so sorry. Goodbye." And then for Morgana, I kind of do this really epic, like, almost like a Dark of the Night from, like, Anastasia kind of epic, of her, like, raising an army, and, like, I pantomime it all, and I'm just kind of like, "Rise, my skeleton army, we shall take down Camelot and behead Arthur."
And as you do this, you actually see, I believe his name's Mr. Ghoul, correct?
Yeah, basically.
All right, you see your phantom mentor, and he stands up and he starts clapping at you.
I bow. Like, "Did you like that?"
It was really cool. We shall talk more, Sticks. Ooh.
Oh, thank you.
Right next.
Amazing. I bow.
And you kind of end your audition. Thursday, you guys have school. Friday rolls around. Anything else that you guys are wanting to do this week?
I had wanted to go and check on Willow.
Yeah, you go check on Willow. She's out of the hospital. You go to her little hut, and you go check on her, and she kind of, you knock on the door, and you just hear, just come in.
It's Annabelle. And I'll open the door.
Hey, how you doing?
I've been worried about you, you know. Are you okay?
I'm doing all right. I got my brother rapping on my door every day, so got him to annoy me.
Well,
no, I'm fine. Are all of you guys are fine?
yeah, you were the only one that got hurt. You made sure we were all okay.
That's all I care about.
Okay. Do you need anything? I don't know how to make that really delicious tea you gave me last time, but I can try and help you with something.
I'm gonna be out of commission for a little bit. I don't really want to be sending you out like this, considering it's, I guess, been a month now, but someone's gotta watch the nature of the island, so Annabelle, I want you to, on your days that you're doing your apprenticeship and days you're available, to keep in touch with Amina and just keep up the relations, and if she needs help, nature-wise, I trust you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. You can count on me. I will not let you down, Willow.
I know you won't. Too much of a nerd.
Well, just one quick question, though. When I do need to do nature stuff, should I try and talk to the island again?
Yeah, absolutely. You can also come talk to me. I'm always here.
Okay. Well, things have been a little crazy lately, and I'm in a ballet class, and it's really boring, and I don't really like it. But the Nutcracker's coming up, so it's been really busy for me. But I will make sure that I keep an eye on the island, and I will come and visit you whenever I can.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, keep up relations with Edmina. Maybe you two can do a patrol together.
Okay. I'll let her know that you've sent me.
Yeah, you can, and she sort of pulls out, a bit of a feather and wraps some ribbon and does this sort of weird little trinket to the feather. It's this black crow feather, wraps it in various different ribbons and attaches a little note to it, and just give her this and she'll know.
Okay. I'm glad you're okay, Willow.
I am too. And I'm glad you guys are okay.
Yeah. Well, I should probably go now, but I will come back later and talk to you.
Of course. And with that, your week ends, except Styx. The audition casting calls out, and though Morgana is a small part, you have been given it.
I would like to thank the Academy Award-winning actors of the past and history, so that has inspired me to do this magnificent performance, and I shall not let you down. And I would also like to thank my mother, because she is the best and most supportive. My father's alright too. I still love him, even though he's very stuck in his ways. But that's okay. We're going to kill it! Haha, I shall take off my head and recite Shakespearean quotation. I'm ready. She's too excited, like she's so excited.
Styx, I trust you, alright? If you're going to take over the theatre for me one day, I must trust you with this responsibility.
I will not let you down. And she, wants to go and hug him.
It's kind of hard to, hug a ghost, but you kind of get something in there.
I kind of, try to feel it, and then she's kind of, alright, I shall go and know my lines backwards and forwards and upside down and everything, and thank you so much, because I finally did this. I'm so excited.
No more lighting crew for you.
No more lighting crew for me, no. It's to the stage.
And you wrap up your week. Are you guys heading to Edmina's on the weekend?
Yes.
Yes, I suppose so.
Yeah, we probably should.
Before we do so, would I be able to stop by the library and take out a bunch of books on medieval architecture?
You absolutely can, and you can absolutely take the time to look through it. And do you know, I'll just flat out tell you, because you're probably spending your time doing this, you know that cobblestone is a very popular sort of look for these towers. A lot of times they can be square, not very spirally unless it's on the top. The whole thing's not a spiral. So you can probably cross out that first option Edmina gave you. But you can definitely look at the other two.
All right, perfect.
Are you guys kind of meeting up and sharing what you guys know throughout the week?
Sure.
I don't share my idea again. So just Fred and Ari know what I was thinking.
Okay. So you guys kind of meet up. Edmina very much requests that you are sharing information, as little as it has been. She's kind of requesting that you guys come to her office, and kind of talk about your next moves. And as you come in, she's got everything laid out. She turns to you, Fred. All right, what did you learn?
Okay, so I plop down like 3 of the books that I took up from the library on the table, and I kind of flatten out the map that's got the circles on it, and I draw an X through the one that's made of sandstone. And I point to the other 2 and I say, so there are 2 intact towers on the island that might fit the description of like medieval architecture, something that Merlin could have lived in, something that, you know, the round table could be in, you know, for our school project, right? I quickly kind of like glance to Edmina and glance to everyone else.
I'm just gonna like mumble like, Fred, not again.
If we're gonna get this school project done in a timely manner, we need all the help we can get.
Edmina obviously knows what she's doing, and actually, on the topic of Edmina, I'm gonna hand her the feather.
Oh, all right. And she kind of looks at the note. Willow's got such a okay. All right.
I'll
I
try
guess-
my best to work with you.
Yeah, just show up on your, Fred, you got a new apprenticeship partner, so.
Sweet. I go to high five Annabelle.
I'll high five him.
Nice.
She's gonna be doing different stuff from you, though, so Annabelle's not gonna be looking at some of our more secret stuff, we'll say. Alright, continue.
Well, we've got these 2 points here. One of them was the center, correct? And then the other was in the southeast?
Yeah, you got a tower that's sort of a square, and it looks like 2 towers stacked on top of one another. It's made of selenite and stone. It's located southeast side of the island, not too far from the border. You also got a tall, round cobblestone tower with a small tower that grows off the side of it, and it's got a little spiral top roof. It's the oldest one we have on the island, and it is located central northwest of the island.
It really seems like this central northwest one that has the spirally bit at the top, it's made of cobblestone. It's more conventionally medieval. But I don't know Merlin. Was he a conventional guy? Was he a bit of a weirdo? Who's to say? Styx, would you know about Merlin? I just have these books on towers.
That's a really good question. Would I know anything extra about Merlin?
I don't believe you were the one doing much of the Arthur research, so.
No, but just like if my mother was ever said, "Oh yes, I had a wizard friend and this is who he was," and just if in passing.
Yeah. Yes, because your mother talked about that. You actually, from the play Camelot, and also just random stories of Merlin. He's a pretty weird guy, but who's to say he's not traditional?
Yeah, you know what? He's a pretty weird guy, but who's to say he's not traditional? He's kind of eccentric, but maybe cobblestone?
Here's my question. Edmina, when did you find that castle? Was that, like, new?
Alright, there's some things you guys gotta know. Alright? In the past year, a few things have been appearing. Alright? That castle is one of them. But the tower has been here since the very beginning. It's one of the first things recorded.
What about the other tower?
Other towers were found by other inquisitors, but that tower, the one that the cobblestone one, it's been here since the beginning at least.
But all of the towers have been here for longer than a year then. They're not some of the stuff that's been popping up recently.
No, that tower came up and I steered clear as they taped off the perimeter. I, disturbed nature a little bit, which Willow was not happy about, but I wanted to keep them away from the Black Shuck, so that one was the weird one.
So, appear as in you just never saw it before and it was like, oh, hey, there's a tower here, or as in, or a castle, or as in, like, poof.
We're always looking for new things, and there is the possibility that it was just marked incorrectly on a previous map, and I just so happened to find a new one. We're always finding new ruins, but I've been in that area before, and I don't recall ever seeing a wasteland castle. There wasn't even a clearing there.
So then why is there a clearing on the map?
What are you talking about?
Well, on the map that you gave us of the island, there's a clearing marked where the castle is.
Show me the map.
Annabelle?
Yeah, sure. I'll pull it out.
And she kind of looks at it, and she's staring at it. And Ari, you even notice, looking at it again, the clearing's grown.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's bigger than it used to be. I swear.
What? And she kind of starts pulling out other maps, and she's looking at it, and you see she's throwing them on the table. At map after map, there's a clearing on the map where you found the castle.
So, something's altering your maps?
How is that even possible? Some of these I have never touched.
You said that it only appeared about a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's strange. There's clearly gotta be deeper magic if it's able to alter all of your maps that have been here for who knows how long.
What have you guys gotten yourselves into?
Just another school project.
They
guys?
decided they were going to make our year, like, because we've been such troublemakers, really difficult. So they've made, like, this whole scavenger hunt, kind of find the item, learn the history of the island sort of thing. And if we don't get them, we fail. It really sucks.
It's vitally important.
All right.
But that's
Okay.
that's concerning that they're changing some of the island habitat for our project. I know Willow would be really unhappy about that.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention breaking in here and changing all your maps.
No one gets in here. I'm sure of. It's only me, your mother, and I mean, I let you in when I'm here, right? So
Mm-hmm.
And I doubt your mom's coming in to change all my maps. What's the point?
I can't really see Miss Van Duren as a prankster floating in here in the middle of the night to scribble on your maps.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past my mom, but it does kind of seem like something that's counterproductive. She wouldn't want to interfere with your work.
I mean, there's no point to doing it. So.
Well,
All right.
Annabelle,
Yes.
didn't you have that map on you the entire time?
Yes.
So then why would you change it?
I didn't change it.
Whoa, hey, okay.
Okay, but it's changed.
Okay, let's not
okay. Well,
let's
no,
not be pointing fingers here.
I didn't do anything to the map.
I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just simply trying to figure out where the logic is coming that somebody physically changed these maps.
Ari, it's not about the logic, okay? It's a school project. It's a school project. There's no magic that Amina needs to be worried about or anything. It's just a harmless school thing.
It could be an accidental byproduct of what Willow's been teaching me. That could be an explanation.
Exactly, like maps are made of paper, and paper's made from trees, and Will's been teaching you nature and druidcraft, and, one thing leads to another.
Well, there's just been some weird stuff, so maybe this is just part of that after effect of magic that I've accidentally messed up the map somehow. But, I mean, at the same time, I made it accurate. I have no idea what happened to all the other maps, though, because I haven't touched those ones.
I'm thinking this isn't natural.
No, I don't think so either.
Regardless of what's happening with the maps, this tower is what we need for our school project, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the cobblestone one sounds perfect to at least explore first.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll try to figure out what's going on with the maps, but if it's not me, then I don't know what it is.
And I would like updates on your project, please, alright?
Yes, ma'am.
You got it.
Next time. And don't forget, my mother is definitely waiting for you to watch another episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? I've started getting her onto that. It's very good.
I can't. Okay. Okay.
Maybe
right.
in the next couple days I can see if I can subtly drop a hint for my mom to make a luncheon or something. So
Please.
then she can go to that.
My mother is a lovely person, and
your mother's...
She's great. I never said anything against your mother. I'm just saying that maybe my mom's luncheon could keep her busy for a while and safe, because she'll be around other people.
Yes, both of those things, but it just sounds like maybe somebody doesn't want to hang out with her.
Your mother is a very lovely person, but as you can see, my job is not, sitting around watching TV, so sitting inside a house for hours on end is not my style.
Right. But you are actually doing a very good job for the island. You just don't know it yet, but trust me. We'll tell you all about it when there's no more danger.
All right.
I mean, when there's no more group project stuff to do.
Exactly.
Right. Just go to the tower. Here's the map. Please take it. All right. She kind of hands you a scroll.
Thank you.
Go to the tower. Just get that done.
We will return presently unscathed.
So are you guys heading straight to the tower?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a whole
right.
weekend.
Mm-hmm. You traversed through the forest. Can you all quickly make a group survival check?
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, heckies, yeah.
Oh boy.
May they be good.
15.
Okay.
How's an 11?
I got 7.
14.
Sorry. That was a 7 for
10.
me.
Takes you a real hot minute to get there. Probably a lot longer than you should have. But you do have the map to try and keep you on check. The DC was pretty low, so it's okay. You eventually make your way to this cobblestone tower. You see that it is made of this sort of gray and brown cobblestone brick, and it builds up into the sky, and you do see this extra bit of tower on there. And do you head inside?
Is there a way to head inside?
There's a door.
Should we look around the perimeter?
So you guys are doing a bit of a perimeter check?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do a bit of perimeter check. You don't see anything in the area.
Just still woods.
Still woods. You see a little deer passing by and, squirrel.
Alright, amazing. Let's just go inside.
We all clear?
Yeah.
Seems like it.
So you head inside, and it is dark, but you can make out this spiraling staircase that goes up and up. And you can kind of make out torches that are sort of hung along the walls following in ascension.
Well, fits the description so far. Morgana did say there'd be a spiral staircase, right?
Yes? So let's start our ascent.
As you walk up these stairs, as you get close to these torches, they light up to lead you the way up the stairs so you can see your steps. And you eventually get to this little platform where there's a ladder heading up. And as you make your way up the ladder, you find yourself sort of on this flat base. The tower is round, but it ends flat at the top. And then the extra bit has the spiral peak. But you see this on what appears to be kind of like a balcony. There are these stones around the outside that sort of indent in square formation, kind of like a rail to this top rooftop. And you see a rocking chair looking east. And you also see a door heading inside the growing off spiral.
I would like to open the door.
You open the door, and Styx, this is a familiar but more detailed room. You see bookshelves pressed against the walls, filled with tomes and materials, alchemy being brewed, and a table that Styx, you've sat at before. The round table, with a crystal orb in the center, and an old man with long white beard and dark green robes. This old man turns and looks at you, Styx, and says, "Are you awake, Styx?"
Hello, Merlin.